you decided to make different changes in your life. At what point did you decide, I'm going to be an author, I'm going to write?
Actually, I was forced into it in many cases.
Forced.
I kept sometimes the greatest enemy is our inner me. And I was in many cases forced into it because I was very embarrassed about what I had gone through.
Really?
Afflicted with cancer, chemotherapy, radiation 5 out of 7 days of the week, the nausea, the spinal taps, the psychological. They always talk about the physical pain of cancer, but in many cases the psychological pain is just as stringent as the physical pain.
Okay.
And then identity crisis. When I was ostracized from people in my own peer group. And so to come out of that, and in many cases to want to mask it. And a lot of times we make the mistake of just having that ta-da mentality, as if nothing has ever happened to us. And we're just, in many cases, we're bruised, we're scarred, and we try to cover up those scars and those bruises rather than trying to find some therapy for it. And so I said, you know what, this situation, this test that I went through is a testimony.
Okay.
And I have to empower somebody through it, because I'm being selfish if I just keep it all to myself.
Right.
And I can't allow a situation that seemed to be just so embarrassing to me. I have to flip that embarrassment, flip the script of it, and turn into a testimony. And so I began to write. I began to find therapy in the book. I began to deal with situations, even growing up in a single-parent divorced family, where my father was not present, which 80% of young people, black and Hispanic, are growing up in those same types of households. And so I had to find therapy. I had to find a situation to where I'm going to empower somebody through the negative, crippling situation, turn the negative steam into something to power somebody's dream.
Now, you know, before we even go all into turning steam into dreams, I just want to tell us more about that ta-da mentality.
That's, in many cases, that is oftentimes a mental affliction. Because we don't deal with reality. Right. We just want to act as if everything has just been, our lives have been on cloud nine. We were born with a silver spoon in our mouths. Okay. To where we haven't gone through anything. But when we understand the various trials and the various tests that we've endured, and then we understand that we've endured and turned those trials into triumphs, we can empower somebody through our testimony. We can empower somebody through our story of perseverance, our story of hope, our story at being positive in the negative situation. We can empower somebody through that. And when we become relevant, when we become transparent to people, that's when we're able to touch people. That's when we're able to help people and heal them from the many bruises and scars in life.